It is the RIOT podcast. This is the Friday, February 3rd edition. Good weekend to you if you're listening to this on the weekend.
Happy Friday.
I guess I could say that in any podcast.
And it could be true for someone.
You never know when somebody's listening. A good show today.
We're happy with the outcome?
That was a solid show.
Yeah.
Good Friday's show.
It came around eventually.
I guess the way to tell is how long is the podcast.
Yeah. And how many laughs do you get along the way?
And don't forget to, if you're listening to our podcast audio-wise, which by far is always the most popular, you can hop over to RadioU RIOT on Facebook or our YouTube channel if you ever want to watch some of our podcast as well.
Yeah, and while we're talking about other stuff you could do, you could also rate and review the podcast and tell your friends.
Share it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Do us a favor. We do you a favor by being here every single day, no matter
how much we hate it.
I was going to say this
no matter
the
how
least
much
we
we
could do.
dread it.
Well, what's in this podcast, Isaiah, that you think would be motivating for them to continue?
We talked about bad dates and kind of how you should do those and how you should leave them.
All right.
How long should you stay?
Let me ask this that I didn't ask when we were talking about earlier, which is later in the podcast. If you decided I'm going to need to skip out on this date, how would you do it?
Oh, would you just leave or fake a phone call, you mean?
Yeah, we talked about going to the bathroom and never coming back.
I don't know. Would you just appreciate if the person just said, hey, do you mind if we not continue
that
this?
seems like the right thing to do.
But that's real
it?
aggressive.
But who would actually do that?
Never.
Maybe if you still, you paid for the meal.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't know. I just think you have to sit through the bad date and then just don't contact him back afterwards.
Yeah, I think you put yourself in a situation where you're going to have to soak it for a little bit until the time has passed where you can be like, let's get the check.
Let's go. You're doing the check, please.
You slink down whatever's left in your drink, and then you eat your food, and then once everything seems as if it's gone, because a lot of times at a date, if you're getting food or appetizers, whatever it is, or drinks, once you finish, if it's a good date, you just keep going. You don't stop. But if it's a bad date, once the food or drinks or whatever it is gone, then you just ask for the check.
Yeah.
And you got to do some signals, you can eat fast or put your food in a to-go container.
Or when the waiter comes around or whoever asks if you want a refill on your drink, you say no.
I think
we're good for now.
Yeah, that's a sign right there that
put your
better
hand
wrap
over the
things
drink.
up. I'm good. I'm good,
I'm
actually.
good for now.
Oh, man, I don't miss dating. That doesn't sound fun at all.
I know, right?
No offense, Isaiah. I'm sure it's fun.
It's fun for me. What inconvenience would you like to get rid of in your day? We also spoke on that. Minor inconveniences. We talked about a lot of chores.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we covered enough minor ones.
I know.
I feel like that's so specific to the person that it's kind of what's that little thing that you do every day that you just hate doing?
Yeah. I was thinking about, this ties into, we also talked about painting your nails. And so this ties in. But would you guys, if you could, not brush your teeth? You wouldn't have to worry. They'd still look fine.
You still feel good? You get that feeling?
I wish you didn't have to shower.
The afternoon.
Really?
Because there's so much involved and it's so long.
I feel like for girls it's different than guys.
There's so much more conditioning.
Yeah, you do a lot of stuff in there. I'm not doing much.
This bothers you though? Because to me, all the time I would say by removing one other inconvenience, I would put that towards spending more time in the shower.
Well, but yeah, I
love showering.
But teeth, brushing your teeth, that doesn't take too long, and it's just one or two.
So it's a minor inconvenience.
Yeah, it's a minor one, but I guess, showers are major inconveniences.
Yeah, I try to think flossing. If I didn't have to floss,
You don't have to floss.
Yeah, but if you don't floss, then your teeth don't look like this.
They know. They know totally.
I think you can get away with it.
What, not flossing?
Yeah,
but if I could pick a minor inconvenience, that's something that I really don't like doing.
Yeah.
But I still do it every day, and if I could still get the same result without doing it, that would be something I'd pick. Because I don't mind brushing my teeth. I don't mind taking a shower. But at the same time, I'm not good about flossing as much.
Well, listen to what we were saying and jump in if there's something that you feel go lower, go real minor, and tell us at 877-2-RADIO-U, because I feel like we could have gone even smaller.
Yeah, there are smaller inconveniences that we'd still love to eliminate. Now, let me tell you how that ties into. We also talked about whether it's worthwhile to paint your nails. And so here's what I was thinking, right? Because you're I'm doing it for me. Some people say, I don't understand it, is what I'm saying. And so will help me understand more. I compare doing your nails to like shaving your legs. Like if you can get away with it, if you feel like nobody will judge you, if you're going to be at home for a month, you wouldn't, like if you're a woman, would you still shave your legs? Probably not, right?
Well, I mean, there's still more of a stigma or something with it.
But you're home alone for a month.
Home alone for a month. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, people could go the whole winter, obviously.
Yeah, that's right. I know a lot of women do.
Yeah, but
so they're only doing it because they're judged for it, and so that's how.
I don't think it's a judgment. I think like it's just a personal appearance. Like if I had the choice, I have the choice every day. Like if I want to come in here like looking like a scrub or not, or like when I go out on the weekends, I wear certain clothes because I want to look good. And so like if I came in here, if I was a girl, I wouldn't care at all about having my nails done to come to work. Because I don't care about it. That's fine, whatever. But if I'm going out on the weekend, I'm going to choose to get my nails done because I want to look good. It's not about, like, I feel like I have to do it. I just like looking good, you know? You're not with it.
He's not with it.
No, I don't get. It seems like
I guess Hudson doesn't care about looking good.
Like for some people, like you get hangnails and you gotta cut your cuticles.
No, I get
like,
that. I get that.
It really can be more comfortable. You're just saying you don't understand.
I just don't get the painting.
The painting of the nails. Yeah,
that's right.
I think it's like dressing nice. You know, it's just like looking good.
Painting your nails is like getting like. I guess it's not the same because it's permanent, but like getting an eyeball tattoo.
An eyeball tattoo?
Yeah, because it's like some people enjoy it. That's fine. I guess that's really noticeable too. Fine. It's like getting a tattoo like on your inner thigh or something.
What? I think it's like wearing a nice jacket. That's what it's like for me. Or like
everybody sees your jacket.
Yeah, everybody sees your nails too.
No, they don't.
I think that's just you, man. It really is.
We
didn't know if Nikki does her nails or not.
It's just because we work in radio as well, and traditionally the men in this business don't pay attention to any details.
Yeah, like for me, like it doesn't really matter to me if Nikki's has nails done or not. But like if I'm talking to a girl that like I'm interested in, then I'd notice if she has her nails done.
Well, hang on. It'd be nice to still have my nails done.
Well, you know, Nikki, you still matter, all right?
Okay.
To be fair, actually, when I see Nikki, there's computer monitors in the way.
Yeah, we can't even see
I can't even see your hands.
That's all right.
She has them under here anyway. When I went to look, they weren't even on the desk.
Are we done talking about nails?
I'm just going to continue to say I just don't get it. And
That's
there's nothing,
all right.
but
That's okay.
The painting part. That's all I want to. I want to clarify.
What about the acrylics? What about the acrylics?
What does that mean?
Well, that's
see, you're just not
is
even
that
with
press
this.
on? Is that
like,
what that is?
They like get them like done. You know?
I just can't.
It's like hard.
It's fake nails. Extensions.
You clearly
like
never had your back.
You
You need your back scratched with a pair of acrylic nails, man. It'll change your life.
That sounds uncomfortable.
No, but if you keep your nails shorter and then you go and just get like fake nails on top, it's not usually press-ons because those don't last as long. But again, I think we've talked enough about this. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I insist.
Our audience is probably male dominant anyways. They're probably all agreeing with me. It's like, yeah, I never notice a woman's nails. I hope they like looking at them themselves.
Well, if you're trying to attract a woman, then you should maybe start noticing more things about them in a positive way and say, hey, you look very nice today.
Now more pressure.
Hey, you know what? I'll take the back scratches. That's what I'm in it for. I want the back scratches.
If you want to woo Isaiah.
Woo! Scratch his back. Thanks, you guys, for listening. Enjoy the podcast today and have a wonderful day.
Catch you next time.
Bye.
It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
It is prime dating season. People are getting more and more desperate. And that means they're just as desperate as you might be. And
so you might make a connection.
Yeah, exactly. That you might at least have that in common. I have research here that even if you are desperate for a date, it doesn't mean every date you're willing to sit through and deal with. I have details here on how long people will wait through a bad date before they finally give up and come up with an excuse to leave.
Oh.
Yeah. How early do you think you can tell? Well,
like,
I mean,
if you're not going to connect with the person?
Yeah. How soon into the day do you think your mind just goes, this is it?
Isaiah, is it at pickup?
I would say like 4 minutes in.
4 minutes in.
I would say 4 minutes in. Yeah, you can tell.
It says here the average dater says 25 minutes is when they make up their mind.
I guess I'm quick to judge.
Yeah, you are. Quick off the rip, huh?
So if you don't like someone, then does it give numbers on like, are you supposed to leave? Do you just, deal with the bad date?
Well, I'll tell you that.
Make it to the end, or
I think you shorten it. That's what I would do. I mean, I'd just shorten it.
Yeah, that's
what
what
if you can't like say no, and you end up marrying the person.
Well, that's thankfully I don't have that issue.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we don't like confrontation.
Yeah. Why don't you ask my wife, Nikki? Well, here's what it says. The 25 minutes in is when you make up your mind on average, but 51 minutes in is when you will finally pull the plug on it, where you'll sit through for a while, even though you've already made up your mind that you're not having a good time and you don't want a second date. You'll continue on for another 25 minutes before you finally fake a call.
Have an emergency.
If somebody answers a call at your date, it's over for you. They're not interested because nobody takes a call any other time. It's not a real call.
Or I see a lot of times on TikTok, they'll just be sitting there and they say the date went to go to the bathroom and just never came back.
That's
I can never tell
tough.
if those are real or not.
Yeah.
That would be tough. If you pull that, that's a low blow.
That's mean.
And then you're sticking the other person with the
bill?
tab too. I believe people do that, but that's a bad move. Okay, so you're wondering, what if you just can't pull the plug, right? 58% of people say they have just continued to sit through a bad date until it eventually reached a conclusion. 72% of those people say it's because they were too polite.
Yeah.
That's me when I sat through some bad. I've never ditched a date early. I've had a couple dates where there was I knew at some point I was just like, yeah, I don't think this is going to be something that works out. But I've never, it's always been like a meal or whatever. I feel like you do a meal with somebody, then that gives you each if you can stick it out for one meal, right?
Well, you're eating.
Unless how bad could it be? So you stick it out through the meal, you pay, and then you go your separate ways. And then that should be enough time to decide, right?
That's why you should drive separately for your first several dates. That way you don't have to drive home with them.
There you go. There you go. Also, people say that they've sat through the bad dates because they thought it might get better. 37% of people.
Never does. Never does.
And
you've made your mind 4 minutes in.
Yeah, exactly.
that's
After that
right.
4-minute mark, that's when I decide.
The 10-minute mark, it's gotten even worse. And then finally, some people just are too uncomfortable to say anything. So do you have a move? Are you willing to admit a move to get out of a date that you don't think is going well?
See, I've never faked a call or anything like that. I will just usually ask for the check, and I'll be like, it's time to go.
4 minutes in.
Not 4 minutes in. I've always made it at least an hour 20.
No, you're like, can we go ahead and get this wrapped up? We're done.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and head on out of here. She's like, we just got here. I'm like, I know.
Well, what do you think is the shortest date you've ever been on?
An hour 20.
An hour 20? Okay.
Probably
so
an hour
you're like
20.
me. You make up your mind, but you can't.
Yeah, I'm not going to, if I invite you to go on a date with me, then I'm not going to end the date 15 minutes in. That's just disrespectful. I think if you can't make it at least an hour, you should even give it a real shot,
The date should at least last as long as it took you to get ready for the date.
Exactly. For the girl, she put on makeup, she got her hair done and stuff. She actually put in effort to do this. And so if I got her outside of the house, that means that I at least have to hang out with her for an hour.
So if you got her outside of the house, how are you sounding?
Yeah, if I got her outside of the house, I might as well hang out with her for an hour.
You're such a gentleman.
I know.
Nikki, do you realize that this is a callback to when Isaiah, early on in the show, but he makes up his mind 4 minutes in when the woman either orders an appetizer or doesn't. And that's when he knows.
Like you or
That's
not.
how I know.
That's when you know.
You'll say a lot with your order, and it speaks volumes, and then he'll only give you an hour more.
Yeah, that's. I usually don't even give it the option. How about we get some appetizers rolling here? Not entrees. I don't say entrees.
We're just doing
How about some
appetizers.
appetizers rolling?
Oh man! All right. Well, coming up next, I've got a proposal for you, a job proposal. Gonna see if you guys will take it.
I do need a new job.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
I love when people text us questions at 8772 Radio U.
You guys come up with some good ones.
It makes our job so much easier, particularly Isaiah as the producer of the show, when he doesn't have to come up with stuff for us to talk about.
Yeah, when I just don't do my job and you guys do it for me, that's my preferred way.
I mean, when you work with the listeners.
Yes, exactly. We cooperate.
So Ashley texted in, and she says she wants to know, what is a daily inconvenience that you would love to get rid of?
Besides work?
Is that an
Not that this is an
inconvenience?
inconvenience.
Yes, it is.
No,
but it's not
because-
minor. We need a minor inconvenience.
A minor one, okay.
Yeah, because I mean,
That's a major one, Nikki. That's major.
Yeah, where do you draw the line between minor and major? Either way, work is definitely major. So what would you guys get rid of?
If I could get rid of a minor inconvenience in my life, I think it would be making dinner.
Dinner?
Making
Yeah.
dinner. That's a good one.
So
Yeah.
how would you get rid of it, though?
I would have someone who makes dinner for me.
There it is.
My
That's a
dream
good
life.
plan. That's a good plan.
What if you just got like a meal delivery service thing?
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad either, as long as I don't have to pay for it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay for it, but either like a chef or like some sort of drop-off system, like a Grubhub type deal yet again, for free, that's what I would choose.
Yeah, I don't want the ones where it's like the meal kit that you have to put together.
You have to make-
Yeah,
No,
I want the
like
ones where you're-
HelloFresh or whatnot.
I don't want that. I just want the one
Yeah.
where you're like, look at microwaves.
I'm not doing it
know.
halfway. If I'm getting it, I'm getting it the whole way. I want it done for me.
Some people are so in on the HelloFresh thing, and I just can't get into it. It feels like it's more money, and then it's like, oh, it makes it so much easier to meal prep. I don't know if it really does. Then you still have like 5 things to choose from, and the one that you don't choose, you're never going to want. You know what I mean? You're always going to have one just the same way when you buy groceries. I don't know. I don't think it'll make it easier. Anyways, I've got one, dishes.
Dishes? Oh, I can
You
fix
have
that
a
one.
dishwasher.
No, you just use paper plates and cups.
Precisely.
Then you have a trash inconvenience, but that's about it.
If you don't have a dishwasher, then doing the dishes is the most inconvenient thing possible because it does take time. It's not easy. It's not fun. And you have to do it every day. So any of those like things that are just maintenance around the house that are tasks that can kind of never be done.
Yeah.
Those are all inconveniences I would love to get rid of.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I think I'd also pick laundry too. That'd be another one for me.
Okay, now you're going to get to every chore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're doing
We're
here. I'm trying to mark them out.
eliminating every chore.
If I had to do one, I'd say if I had to pick out one chore that I was to get rid of, that's a minor inconvenience to me. It's not even laundry. It is putting away the laundry. I will run it. I will dry it. I will bring it to my bedroom. I just need someone to hang it up for me. I can't do it. I cannot do it. It's the one thing I can't do.
The chef can do it.
Yeah, the chef.
Yeah. You're all right,
Oh.
it's starting to
talking
sound
like-
like a butler now.
Yes, I need a butler.
A
I'm down
butler,
for a butler.
maid.
All you have to do is make me dinner and then just hang up my clothes afterwards, and you're good to go.
That's a good deal if you can get it. 8772 Radio U. What is a daily inconvenience? A minor inconvenience.
So nothing major, like you can't say no work.
Yeah,
That'd be major.
I almost feel like the things we're saying are too major.
So you won't
Dishes,
even-
like all the chores, like it needs to be something even smaller than that.
Even more minor?
yeah.
more minor?
Gonna have to go through and look.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can think of anything. 8772 Radio U.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
What pretty much daily inconvenience would you eliminate if you could? If you had to pick just one single thing that's a minor inconvenience every day, what would you eliminate?
I'm not sure that we are hitting the minor major part enough.
Yeah.
Like you can go real minor.
Real small. Now, some of the things we've covered so far, doing the dishes, putting away laundry, making dinner, and then we've got some people texting in with their ideas as well. I see Aaron here. Aaron says he would like to eliminate having to warm up his car or cool down his car.
Yeah, having it
Just
the perfect temperature.
hop in whenever you hop in, and it's the right temperature for you.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Now, his temperature is 75 degrees. That feels a little warm.
Aaron, you can bump
But this
that
time
down.
of year, I guess I can get.
This time of year, I've got it on high. I'm rocking 90 every time I get
No,
the car.
you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm rolling high.
You got to start it at 90, and then you turn it down when
Yeah,
it gets
I'm
too
rocking
hot.
90 with but I want the car heater on. I mean the steering wheel heater and the seat heater. I've got it hot in
the
there.
seat warmer.
It's
If I could just jump in,
toasty.
I don't even need like the whole car to be warm. If just the
Just
seat
the seat.
warmer was instant, that'd be great.
Well, Aaron, thank you for texting in. You can text at 8772 Radio U. Everybody else is saying dinner, which, we were like, well, is that too major of it? But I think if you just say food in general, that's major. But dinner, because it's the last meal of the day, everybody's tired.
Yeah.
No one wants to make anything. That's the most popular answer. Katrina says a commute to go to work.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier this week about how much time you waste doing that, right? That feels kind of major, though.
This one's very specific. Cleaning your glasses, which we don't have glasses, but is that a pain?
I wear glasses
Yeah.
at home. It's not that much of a
Well, it's
inconvenience.
major to someone.
Yeah, well,
You must be fogging them up.
They're hitting the minor part on
Yeah,
that
the
one.
minor
Real
one.
minor, yeah.
And then I got a couple for, and this one sounds bad, but I mean, it is harder to, if you really get into it, it's recycling. 'Cause it's tempting just to throw everything
Here's
away.
the trick. You don't.
We could get into
No.
all the weeds on that because guys ever do this? You're such good recyclers, but you're also very wasteful in a way. So your recycling fills up well
faster?
before
Yeah.
the recycling is scheduled to come. And then it's just like, well, I guess I'll just throw it away. But I've talked myself into not feeling bad about that. So
If not, go to a neighbor's because no one else is recycling
yeah,
that much.
that's right.
Let's see. Oh, Melanie says restarting, reconnecting the Roku every time.
Oh, that is annoying.
That's right.
That's
The
super
Roku,
annoying.
The Chromecast.
Any sort of like Wi-Fi issues. If I try to like AirPlay like my phone onto my TV and it's constantly disconnecting, I hate that stuff.
That's a perfect one, Melanie, because those are
you've
so
nailed
annoying.
it. I also see people like Randall says. I guess he works construction. He says having to walk to the bathroom, and Jared texted in and said,
Oh, between sites?
Yeah, he said just going to the bathroom. Like at work, going to the bathroom, that's a break.
That's
you
your
know?
break time.
Yeah, come on. What
Well,
do you
Randall's a good worker.
do? I guess so. He just
You know what?
puts his nose down. He doesn't want to take any time away from the
Between
construction.
job sites, yeah, he's got his hard hat on. He's working.
Gotta
He's
get
got
back
work
out
to
on
do.
that jackhammer.
Yeah.
Well, maybe when you're outside, though, it's different compared
Yep.
to like, you know, if you're going, well, I'm just going to pop home real quick for a
Yeah.
bathroom.
Maybe it's far away. He could be walking a long ways
Well,
away.
I remember when I worked at a greenhouse and I had to walk to the bathroom. And the bad thing was you felt like you were putting other people out because you were all on like a crew. And so it's like, oh, now somebody's got to pick up my slack while I do a 15-minute walk to the bathroom. And not even, caring about how long the bathroom part actually takes. You feel like you're putting people out. But then again, it's like, but at least I'll be out of the sun.
And everybody knows
Yeah.
how long you're taking.
Or maybe you have
that's
he has to go really bad and he just
Uh-huh.
wants to instantly be there.
That's
Maybe he
right.
holds it a long time and then he has to walk
Not
20
good.
minutes.
That's not good
and
for
he's doing
you.
a speed walk across the job sites.
That's like here. We have a real long hallway down
It
the
is.
bathrooms.
We've really read a lot into Randall just not wanting to walk to the bathroom.
We hear what you're saying.
We've created a whole story
and
around
that does
it.
seem like an inconvenience.
Man, there's so many inconveniences when you think about it.
This is the Riot Radio U.
It is time for our Friday tradition. Time to look at the new movies that are coming out this weekend. I got some new ideas for a name for this segment. You want some?
Yeah.
How about our?
Because we don't have a lot of new movies, so we can fill up this time.
No, this is a big. You know what? You're right. There's a lot of new movies this weekend. I should save this for a slower week.
Because we just don't get a lot recently.
How about Friday flicks? You like that?
Maybe.
Friday features.
That's good.
Friday, but is it too vague?
No, I think
You can
that-
feature a lot of things.
that could work.
What about Friday feature flicks?
Now we're just asking for it. I don't like the word flicks.
But why not?
I just don't.
Friday film features.
They're not all films.
Yes, they are.
No, some of the streaming stuff, like if there's a new show.
It's still a film though.
It's just we're not going to agree on this.
How about Silver Screen
No,
Saturday?
No, what are we?
How about motion picture?
The talkies. Wasn't that the old term?
Yeah, that's once they started. Well, sometimes we talk about silent movies, so we can't. All right, you want to hear what the new movies are this weekend?
Let's hear it.
It is actually a solid weekend for bigger releases. The biggest release of the weekend is Knock at the Cabin.
If anybody sees that, will you tell me how it is? And would
But
you
don't
be willing?
spoil it.
No, I don't mind spoils too much, but I want to know how it is, and are you willing to go with me and hold my hand while we watch it?
See, I'm looking at the
'Cause I'm curious.
reviews. It doesn't seem like it's that scary.
The trailer was nerve-wracking.
It's it has pretty solid reviews. The Rotten Tomatoes consensus says it's an upper tier Shyamalan, which that's nice. But
There's always going to be a twist with his movies.
It's got a 71%.
Spoiler: it's not a cabin. No.
Yeah, that's right. People love Dave Bautista right now, so they say he puts on a really good performance. Now some people, this person, Sarah Michelle Fetters from MovieFreak.com, she gave it a negative review. She says, I'm starting to think Knock at the Cabin was one cinematic rap on the door I should have left unanswered.
Oh,
Yeah,
she was happy
she's
to come
gunning for
up
the
with
New York
that.
Times one day.
Anything else?
With words like that. What do you mean? That's not good enough for you?
No, I think it's good, but I'm not planning on seeing it yet. I want more.
Okay.
I want to find out how other people feel about it.
Okay, sure. Okay, then fine. How about 80 for Brady?
That's embarrassing.
What do you mean?
Don't you
For
feel like
who?
the whole movie's embarrassing?
No, I want to watch it.
You're going to go see
If
it?
I was, odds are I won't go to the movies this weekend, but if I was standing at the box office
You would not see it. It's old
and I
women
saw
and Tom Brady.
Knock at the Cabin, yeah, what's not to love? Lily Tomlin, Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, and Sally Field, and Tom Brady.
And Tom-
5 legends. What is not to love about this movie?
I think it's weird.
Katie Walsh of the Tribune News Service says, the picture hangs together thanks to this group of legends and the loose, absurdist humor of the screenplay.
Maybe.
I like that.
All right. Let us know if you see that one.
I know that I would. Wait a minute. What if Tom Brady just retired to promote the movie?
Could be.
Yeah, to get some more eyes on it. I don't know. And then finally, the biggest streaming release this weekend. I swear to you, I think I know everything that's in this documentary based off of the news from the last 2 weeks, and that is the Pamela Anderson documentary that's on Netflix, which is very well reviewed as well. But again, just all the headlines of anything salacious that's come out in the in that documentary. It's already been hit the news.
You have a documentary, you have the weird older lady football Tom Brady movie, or Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
Is that all we get?
That is 3 big releases.
All right.
So which one are you going to watch?
I think I'm busy the whole weekend.
Doing what?
I'm washing my hair.
There's no football this weekend.
Does it mean I want to watch the old lady football?
We got to do something to fill the void.
You tell me what it's like.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
Do you do your nails, Nikki?
Well, sometimes. Why are you looking at my nails?
Well, not right now.
I usually, if I have them done, I'll go get someone to do them.
Do you get them like painted?
Yeah.
Little designs?
Yeah, nail polish.
Like snowman on them?
Yes.
Or you do?
Okay, not to sound all girl and like a show full of guys, but if anybody has a person, I want to get like more jewels on my nails and stuff.
Jewels,
But,
huh?
Yeah, I'd love to have that.
So how often do you have your nails like painted where they aren't just like normal nail color?
You mean? Yeah. Well, it depends. I'll go in like phases because it can get expensive, but you usually go every 2 or 3 weeks if you're keeping them designed because they grow out.
Okay. All that said, we've worked together for a real long time.
Yeah.
I mean, not that long, but long enough where you'd think I would have noticed that you do your nails by now.
Yeah, well, I don't often. It just depends.
That's what I'm asking.
I go in phases.
They're normally bears, what you're
Yes,
saying.
yeah.
Okay, so I don't have to feel, I don't even know if I would feel bad about that. The whole question is the red nail theory. Have you heard about this?
The red nail theory?
You haven't heard of it?
I don't think so.
The red nail theory is a theory that's bounced around TikTok where women have developed this theory that if they paint their nails red, guys will notice.
Yes.
And the theory then goes from there that the reason that guys notice that they painted their nails is because if you do them red, it reminds them of their mom.
Oh, yeah, actually, I have heard that theory.
You've heard that? Do you buy it?
Because I would never get red. I don't think I would even go with it. But it could.
See,
you're picking a more mature color, because the reds are always like a more like businessy sort of mature look.
okay.
So yeah, I could see it kind of being like that. I mean, just depends. What do you think? Do you think your
Did it work
mom-
on you?
I don't.
When you see red, is it because you're angry?
Yeah. Is red a seductive color? Possibly. That could be it too.
Now it's weird.
Let me lay out my nail theory.
Sure.
And that is, I notice when my wife does her nails, because I notice her doing her nails usually, like she does them herself from time to time. And so, but I don't notice from looking at her hands and observing, oh, they're a different color now.
You don't notice, really?
No.
Interesting. I feel
Say it like you're doing it.
I feel like I notice, like every time. I feel like
Every time a woman
I'm
you
like,
know
if
does
I'm
her
like,
nails.
if I was this close to a girl, like maybe when I was talking to her, I think I'd for sure
I
notice.
think that's the red theory, though, because they say, oh, okay, fine, your nails will grab your attention.
Yeah.
So then you're like, oh, it's a bold color.
Yeah, I think, but what I think is, I don't normally notice when any woman does her nails, except I do think I would notice red, but not because I would only notice red because it is eye-catching. It is, but it's not because of my mom. I don't know if my mom did her nails or what color she did them or whatnot. But I just think that red, like there's other things that say you should wear red if you want to get people's attention, as in like your clothing and stuff,
Sure.
because it is the most why are fire trucks red?
Someone's hand thinking like, they're bleeding.
Yeah, I don't know. It just catches your eye. But you think you actually, Isaiah?
I for sure notice. Yeah, I for sure notice. I know because I've said it before. I've been like, oh, nice nails, many a times.
But okay, here I want to test.
But I'll tell you this though.
Uh-huh.
I usually when I've noticed in the past, they've never been red, and so I don't think the red does anything.
It feels
more
like
for
it's
me.
an unusual color to do, right? It doesn't.
Red.
Yeah.
I feel like red's a pretty common color, right?
I guess, you know
I
what?
mean, I wouldn't even know.
I'm the wrong person to ask.
I wouldn't even know.
Nikki is red normal.
Is red a normal color?
I want to sit here and just hear what you have to
I
say
would
about
say
I
it.
don't have
normal.
anything to say because I never noticed. So maybe every woman has red nails.
I notice nails, but I've never seen red. But I also don't hang out with old women either. So if older women like
so
red,
that's an old woman thing.
No, I think you said it's a more mature color. I'm just feeding off what Nikki's saying.
What I like the most is that, women listening are like, well, I'm just trying to get a guy, all right? You just want to find a date, and you're trying to take notes, and, you just want to do whatever it takes to maybe help the date out or get the guy to notice you
Yeah.
and give it that way. And your guys don't know if this is helping or hurting the argument.
After the couple times I've painted my nails, I've never done it for fun. It's like because I lost a bet or whatever. And that's how it is for guys. And I've always questioned why women even do it because to me, again, I never noticed. So it's like, it doesn't feel good. And nobody, it feels like nobody notices except maybe other women. So you're just doing it for them?
No, you're not. You're doing it for me. You're doing it for me. I like it. I'll tell you right now. I like it when you have
like
your
the
nails
nails
done.
done.
For sure. I 100%, 10 times out of 10,
And believe
prefer
it or
nails
not,
done.
I think we're doing it for ourselves.
But I don't understand. Does it feel good?
Yeah, it's
it doesn't
like
feel
art.
good.
It looks
it's like
good.
art.
I think it looks good.
I just don't understand doing it for yourself. Why don't guys do it?
You're not.
Why you do your hair in the morning? Because it looks good.
No, because you want to look presentable.
Okay, all right. That's you don't have to understand. You might
Wild.
not
It
be able
doesn't
to.
make sense.
If you
to
could
me.
walk around looking bad, you wouldn't want to walk around looking bad. You'd want to walk around looking good.
But doing your nails doesn't make them look good.
It does make them look good.
If nobody notices,
People notice. I just don't think you notice.
I think if your top thing is like, I'm gonna get a guy or just get people's attention by doing your nails, I think you're barking up the wrong tree. I think you should try something else. I don't think that's the first thing people look at.
I think it's a bonus, though. It's a bonus topper. You might as well do it because I think it's cute.
For once, I'm leaning towards Isaiah's logic on this because you just said barking up the wrong tree.
I'm just like, it might work, it might not. You probably should don't even waste your time.
I just don't think it shouldn't be a priority, is what I'm saying.
It's not for
There's
you,
a
though,
million
maybe.
other things people will notice.
The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on Radio U.
Valentine's Day coming up, and around this time is when we always see the different, usually it's zoos will come out with like, oh, you can name a cockroach after your ex and we'll feed it to a lizard or something like that, as if that's going to make you feel better. Or like, and there's just all the new creative ideas every year of what you can name after your ex.
Well, it's fun
to get
too
revenge.
because it'll raise money for whatever
that's
organization is doing that because you got to pay a little price for your anger.
And so this one, though, this is one I've not seen before. A animal shelter in Hamilton, Ohio, the Animal Friends Humane Society, said that it will allow you to pay $5 to name a litter box after your ex.
Oh, for the cats?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they should be charging more than $5.
$5? Yeah, you could up that, right? How much do you hate your ex?
Yeah, more than $5.
More than $5 worth, right? At least if it's fresh.
You could sponsor a litter box.
Yeah.
And names will be included in a Facebook post on Valentine's Day.
Oh, a good Facebook post. That way the whole fam can see it when you share.
Yeah.
You can say,
Are
look
they
how
gonna
hung up I am. Look at me. I was willing to pay $5 to show everybody.
I'm not over it.
I'm clearly not over it.
Sharon, please come back to me.
Yes.
That way your family after the holidays will be like, can we talk to you? We're just-
Yeah, they're going to be like, I wonder if Isaiah's going on a date for Valentine's Day. Oh, no, he's clearly still hung up on his ex. There's no way. If he was going on a date, he wouldn't be doing this jazz.
But if you do this, all you have to do is just say, oh, you're really just interested in helping support the animal shelter.
Yeah, when it's only $5, it does feel like you can get away with it and it's a fun thing. Whereas if it was like $50 maybe, then it feels like you need to just let go.
Oh, that's
It feels like you're the one that needs to move on.
Is that the line in the money?
The $50
No, I mean,
mark?
for me, the line is much lower.
Much lower for me as well.
Yeah, but that I think is a kind of a universal. You're spending $50 to get revenge on your ex with a litter box. That's where
If you hate your ex that much, I mean, you're getting close to just taking your cat's litter box and dumping it outside the place.
And you could put that $50 to better use by getting some therapy or something like that. You
Yeah,
need some
maybe
help.
go on a date or something. Use it for that.
That's right. That's
it's cute
right.
though. Like I think that's a very creative idea.
Yeah, it definitely is. So you guys wouldn't do this then?
Not for me.
No, not even for $5.
I don't think I have any exes I would hate that much.
Neither.
Yeah, no, neither do I. What
We're
about
mature.
Yeah,
we've
clearly a
moved
very
on.
mature
Well,
show.
also, my breakups are also like far in the past at this point, so I've had time to heal. But okay, what about this? You said they're gonna tag the people that are buying the boxes.
Well, they will tag you. I think I'd pay more if you tagged the person.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
They're not
Especially
tagging them.
if you tags like here, just these are the people that have had litter boxes named after them, and then it's like Tom Stefanski. Sorry, Tom. And Tom just has to sit there and wonder, well, which breakup wanted to pay get this litter
Who
box?
paid?
Yeah, that's right.
I haven't dated anybody in years.
Was it Karen? Was it Alex?
So would be her.
No.
Now they'll find out because the ex's name gets written on the kitty litter box, and then again the promotion runs until the 12th, so you don't have long for your anger.
It is. It's kind of fun. It is kind of fun. I don't hate anybody enough to even spend $5.
I also always feel bad because for animal shelters, it is tough and it must be hard to raise money.
Yeah.
So even if you don't have an ex you hate, $5 is still a fun thing to help
they're not
them
going to
raise
check,
money.
right? If I pay $5 to have them name a litter box after Isaiah,
Wow.
they'd still do it, right?
If I get tagged on Facebook on this, I'm going to be thoroughly upset.
It's for the kitty cats.
Yeah, it's a good cause.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.